Hey guys, Type here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing for today's spawning in the north, we've got Paladyn playing as Night Elf, going for the Demon Hunter first. Next off, here's some in the south, we have Sw1tch playing as Orc, going for the Blade Master. Map is Turtle Rock, and I believe this one from the new Warcraft 3 League. That's what it's called. Okay. Quick AOW creeping, now coming in to harass the Blade Master here. Blade Master looks tempted to finish off that Ogre Warrior. Here we go, seals the deal, gets the experience. But quite low on health after that, having to back out. Does have the Voodoo Lounge up already. Slight advantage in tech timing here. More Sw1tch. Oh no. Oh, he got his clarity and his heal self-cancelled. That was nasty. Not much for either player to do at the moment. Quite tricky to creep, you know. You can kind of come to these like orange camps, which are relatively easy, but looks like instead Paladyn going to be on the offensive, trying to harass the Orc creeping.
A player's forces are under
attack. Can you do this with just 3 archers? Maybe he's just going to go for the big ogre, get the ward. Meanwhile, Blade Master going for a safe camp here, looking to seal level 2. There he goes, almost exactly. And yeah, just going for the big ogre, gets the ward, gets the item, which is a crystal ball. Cashing that in. Sees the Blade Master here though. Blade Master chops away though. Blade Master with a decent inventory. It picks up the boots now as well, looking to put the hurt on the Demon Hunter archers. Not coming out of Shadow Meld. Now they are. Cancelling the salve. No dust though for the Blade Master, so not much he can do about those archers. Looks like he wants to steal away the item from this camp. Get another claws if he can. Archers come in, try and get the last hit, unsuccessful. Ends up getting Gloves of Haste, that's a pretty nice item. Blade Master in some trouble now, getting blocked by the archers, but squeaks around the corner. Thanks to that scroll of speed. Oh, just before it finishes going invisible there. Pops off a crit, down goes the archer. So overall a very good start here for Sw1tch, I'd say.
Are under attack.
Oh no. Got the dust now on the Blade Master. Archer hidden back here though. I guess Sw1tch didn't notice that. Gonna make it to the Moonwells in time. Tiny bit of blocking from the archers too. Nicely done. Keeping everything safe. Tauren Chieftain coming through. Oh, okay. Nothing else though at the moment. No tech structures. A little bit late on his timings there, it looks like. That's the TC. Is he trying to go straight tech to tier 3? Would be a strange choice. No, Bestiary. And Tauren Totem. But yeah, those were late, man. The Tauren Chieftain already half done. He had the resources for the tech structures for a very long time there, so a slight misplay. Beast Master picked up, meanwhile, by Paladyn. Went for Quill Beast first. Gonna go for the other shop. Unfortunately, his summons here getting ensnared, so they're not soaking up the damage. Gonna take the damage on the heroes again. Not really that desirable. Meanwhile, the Blade Master going hunting. Got the dust this time, but at least Paladyn forces him to use one charge of it. It does buy a bit of time here to do some more creeping. Oh, just before the Mana Burn came through there. Now the Beastmaster in some trouble. He popped the boots on him though. Getting away to safety now. There's 2 trading blows, archers wrapping around. Could potentially get ensnared by the trappers, so it's a little bit risky. Okay, he's going to go for the easy experience. Bring off the Quill Ball and then the rest of the camp. Ancient of War has walked itself into position. Oh my god, he's going to just start up the camp This is a tricky camp. He doesn't have any repairs
Players'
either.
forces are under attack.
The Ancient of War. I don't think this is going to go very smoothly. And while TC getting some creeping, going to hit level 2 from this camp. Gets the big turtle. I suppose that's something, but here comes the Blade Master. Yeah, maybe if he had a wisp like repairing that whole time, the archers arrived a little bit earlier, he could have crept this out a bit more smoothly, but as it stands, that did not go very well. Losing the Ancient War. Losing the Ancient War is not huge, but not able to finish off the rest of the camp either. He's gone for dots though, a rare sight these days. But let's see how they go. I'm trying to remember the changes. I think Dot's got like a very slight buff in the last patch. I can't remember exactly what it was.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still not super popular though these days. Oh, this is a cheeky tactic here. Peons chewed its way into the trees and now putting down a watchtower over here. We're going to see some shenanigans from Sw1tch. Goes for the Hawk second as well. It's also a little bit unusual. I've seen a few Beastmasters lately and it's been Quill Beast plus the bear, not the Hawk. I suppose the Hawk's pretty good against the Blade Master though. With Venom now on the Demon Hunter.
Players' forces are under attack.
It looks like Sw1tch gearing up to go for the red camp. One archer falling, excuse me, to the creeps. That's no good. Big invul pot though, very, very welcome against that Blade Master, I'm sure. Full inventory now on the two heroes, maybe considering the third. Second tower in the works. Oh, that could be a real game changer. If he finds the time to make a bit of a base push here. How many raiders does he have? 3? It's a reasonable number, but that's a pretty well walled off base in terms of getting out to the back, but it'll be interesting to see if it pays dividends. It'll be interesting to see if the Hawk notices it, you know, if he has to town portal back or something like that. Here we go, making a base push. The factory down, but he does have the fortified armor on the burrows, which is what used to not be the case back when this strategy was so popular against Orc. Makes him so much more resilient against the damage from the Druid of the Talon, so kills the shop, then disengaging. Going for an expansion behind this push. Good idea.
A player's forces are under attack.
Couple of low peons, not too bad. Rebuilding the shop. Oh, that's a pretty powerful creep there from Paladyn. Even though he's about 5 foot behind Sw1tch, his army just seems a bit more well-rounded at the moment. Just as strong, if not stronger. Very strong item though, I didn't mention it. Pipe of Insight for the Tauren Chieftain. Has gone for shockwave, so you know that can really help line up a few extra shockwaves, especially if you can avoid the mana burns here from the Demon Hunter.
A player's forces are under attack.
Expansion about 2/3 complete. Yet another tower coming through here. That's pretty scary. 3 towers. Both players are going to try bank at 50 for a bit as well. Wants to go for this creep camper. The Night Elf army is right here. Not going to let him get it for free. Checking in for the expansion. No expansion. Didn't even complete the camp. And decides to go for the turtles himself. Getting some nice experience here for his heroes. But here we go. Here comes the base push, and there the 3, about to be 4 towers reveal themselves and start blasting away. What's the town portal positioning going to be like? Quite aggressive. Disengaging here. Needs some sight. Maybe the peon can pop out here, provide sight for the towers actually once he's done with the construction of that one. Running away though for the moment.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Expansion about to be complete. Here we go. Peon starting another tower. And bashing away at the Tree of Eternity now. Getting on to staffing back in. Can he hide back there safely? Oh my god, he can. Just out of range. Starts another tower out of the back there. I don't think that tower would be safe though. Oh man, he doesn't have sight out of there though. It's kind of crazy how building a tower here, you can't see this. Expansion about to be complete though for Paladyn.
Players' forces are under
Starting
attack.
up another shot, kind of strangely. Here we go. Fight starting. Blade Master chopping away. A bit late on the Cyclone. Good shockwave there. Now disengaging for the meanwhile. It is nighttime though, so those moon wells are regenerating. Does not have the wellspring upgrade, however. Oh, and the peon went down, so he can't just pop the peon out and start getting a whole bunch of damage done. Finds the expansion though, and with the number of raiders he has, he's taking it down very, very quickly. And there we go. Expansion down. Good shockwave as well, knocking out most of the wisps. Gets out there, lost one walker. Not too bad. Briefly starting a, I don't know what it was. Maybe Ancient War, maybe an Ancient Protector? No, it couldn't be. Ancient War, maybe. Cancels it though, maybe wants the gold back to restart his actual expansion. So switch back, sneaking expansion of his own now. Torn Chieftain's mana regen is so good at the moment. Shockwaves for days. There's the Watch Award here, so it knows the positioning of the Orc army. Looking to get a bit of experience right here. Here comes the Night Elf army though. Shockwave starting things off, mainly hitting the heroes though, and doing a huge amount of damage out the back. No more mana for the Torn Chieftain after that. Brim's taking care of him. A little bit of ensnares though from the trappers. But disengaging. Night Elf army looking to head over to the expansion now. Meanwhile, the Orc army, I think, trying to sneak back into the Night Elf base. Looks like a Quill Beast came over here, did about half damage to the Great Hall. Gonna start repairing that up, and the Orc army making a beeline for the Night Elf base. Night Elf expansion about to be complete.
Under siege.
Oh boy, Chimroost coming through. I didn't notice that. Went for Corrosive Breath first. Maybe he was hoping to take down the towers with that.
Forces are under attack.
Town portal back. Did kill the expansion. And fighting underway. Towers are a factor at the moment. Daytime again. Takes down the Chimroost and now trying to get away. Oh, losing a raider on the exit here with the speed scroll going.
A town is
Does
under
have a heal
siege.
scroll but not utilizing it. And now that it's daytime, looks like he can see out of at least a slot here. Chipping away at a couple of these structures.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master re-engaging here. Turning the tables, the rest of the Night Elf army not here, it's just the heroes. There's another walker though. Makes it nighttime once more. Another expansion team from Switchback. Slightly different position this time. But the Night Elf expansion about to be up and running once again. He's got an Ancient Ancient of War, rather, to help defend this against the raiders. Hunter's Hall, Ancient of War. So yeah, looking to armor up the base with a few extra ancients. Protect them from the raiders.
A player's forces are under attack.
Could we spot the expansion? Not entirely sure. This definitely did not. If he expects it to be here. That's the issue with trying to go with this position instead of just this one again, because it's just kind of on the way anyway. You can just incidentally kind of run past it. Can't really sneak it over there. I'm getting taken down now. Blade Master providing some sight here.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we go, Tinker in some trouble. Blade Master chopping away. Some damage onto these buildings. Could lose the altar. Loses one of the shops. Now the Orc Army try and disengage. Oh, that's a nasty shockwave. 3 wisps going down there, maybe 4. I'm not entirely sure what the damage cap is on the level 2 shockwave. Hawk here spotting. Got the glaive thrower, but the glaive thrower getting a little bit too close. Those Orc towers actually have pretty long range compared to most other towers. Blade Master trying to come back in and does. Chops away the glaive thrower. He's going to have to build another one of those now. Blade Master continue to try sight tree. Eternity actually getting quite low here. Never researched Nature's Blessing.
The town is under siege. Forces are under attack.
And here we go. Raiders going for the expansion. Yeah, they're chopping it down fast once again. This is where Nature's Blessing might come in handy. The Paladin didn't take it. Coming out here for some detonate. And town portaling out to safety. Didn't quite take down the Ancient of War though. And slowly but surely the glaive thrower is busting through those towers. The Blade Master wants to come back there and get a bit more value out of those before they all go down. Oh, what's the glaive thrower doing? He could probably attack ground into there. Maybe he's worried about knocking down the trees accidentally while doing those attack grounds, and then towers have full sight to fire from.
A town is under siege.
Master briefly coming in, but thanks to the sight from the Hawk, has to disengage. Another expansion attempt from Switchback. What an interesting dynamic this was from Switchback. Going for this tower strategy, it's really added an extra element to this game. Bit of cat and mouse here. A little bit sloppy here from Paladin, not just like uprooting the Ancient of War and eating a couple of trees, healing it up. Could have been an asset later on.
A town is under siege.
A little bit sloppy. Okay, well, Switchback gonna go for the red camp. Looks like his expansion's gonna get cancelled again. But very little gold left in the main mines now. Of course, as the expansion can walk the tree across to this position and plop it down and start mining. Orc doesn't have that luxury. Solo experience, I think, for a lot of that. For the TC level 4 now, I'm sure he'd like level 5. Finishes off the camp. It's pretty healthy after this as well. Walker's way out the back though. Maybe a little bit too far out the back. Switchback has broken up, keep up to 60 food versus, you know, around 45, so his army is looking quite strong right now. Picked up the Cloak of Flames on the TC, kind of curious, might be better suited to the Blade Master. TC's probably want to try stay out of range of harm and use those shockwaves, but maybe he figures, oh, I'm just going to get mana burned down to 0 and then stand in the middle with my TC after that. Blade Master, meanwhile, is like always a threat of getting cyclones 24/7.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, Blade Master finds the glaive thrower. Take that down. Tree of Eternity trying to walk its way across. Finds a couple of talents coming too as well. 2 down. That's a bit of a hit to Paladyn's army. Got a bit to rebuild here. Doesn't have the gold for it though. He's got so many consumables. Look at this. 3 healing pots on his Tinker.
Forces are under attack.
He's got consumables for days. Here we go. Fighting underway. Seems like a reasonable position though for Sw1tch. Trying to bash away at the Tree of Eternity. Finish it off here. Tree of Eternity trying to eat its way into the trees. Reduce its surface area for the damage. It's coming in. Doing so pretty effectively. Doesn't look like it's going to go down. And there's a town portal out from the Orc army. Did anything go down from the Orc army though? Did he lose 1 raider maybe? I don't even know if he lost anything that whole fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't see any corpses on the ground at least, so okay. At least he didn't lose anything, but bit of a blow having to spend a town portal and failing to kill the tree. Starting up on the long range mining now. Congo line getting going. Alright, well, another expansion from Sw1tch behind this. Don't know if we've seen any quill boars or anything go out that way to scout them though. Cool beasts. Really inefficient lumber harvesting. Would be much better suited from over here, but alright.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yep, I think the quill beast's trying to go over there, try and do some scouting, but the Orc army there to intercept, trying to deny that intel. Here come the peons. Going to start up their mining over there. So both players now going to have an expansion running. Paladyn gets his 150 gold earlier. But still very, very tight contest. Switchback on the other hand is in upkeep. Paladyn is not, so definitely in Paladyn's favor in that department. And Paladyn with some pretty powerful hero levels, you know, very close to level 4 on the Beastmaster, close to level 3 on the Tinker too. Those next 2 level ups could be pretty big when it comes to the fights.
A player's forces are under attack.
There are a couple camps left, you know, these 2 camps, relatively large. Untouched at the moment. So Paladyn going to try go for the rest of the red camp over here. And Sw1tch, thinking about going for the orange. Could really do some more scouting from the Blademaster in this scenario, but he was hit with the Fairy Fire revealed on that ability, so maybe he didn't feel safe.
Forces are under attack.
Going back in. But yeah, this is going to be level 5 on the TC. Another crystal ball. Alright, well, who's going to win this one? Still a anybody's fight at this stage. War mill out there. He's got 2-1 upgrades, so pretty well upgraded on his units. Got a couple fairy dragons coming into the mix now. Level 4 and level 3, so it's some pretty powerful level ups on the Night Elf side, and he's also pushing up to close to 60 food now. So let's see who's going to come out ahead. Looks like the focus fight initially on the Beastmaster, taking a lot of damage, transferring over the Invul though, keeping him safe for the moment. Fairy Dragons do a lot of damage to the Spirit Walkers. Quite a few grunts falling, the raiders all up in the air. There's just so much cyclone. These dots had just a tremendous amount of mana. Still got plenty left. Units dropping on both sides. Paladyn ahead in food count at the moment and finds the opportunity going for the Beastmaster here. Wow, that was just such a risky TP. So late. easily could have gone down there. Just like one more swing and he was down. Went for the Cyclone first. If that Cyclone arrived a split second later, the TC was going to get there for the kill.
Are under attack.
Oh boy. Well, another expansion from Paladyn coming through in that defensive position. We're going to stop him by that shot, picking up another invul heal scroll. But overall, they come out pretty close to even in that fight, I would say. A lot of consumables used by Paladyn. Same story for Sw1tch. Picks up the invul heal scroll again. Couple summons coming across looking to harass the peon line. No burrow here for the peons to hide in. Not much he can do against the hawk. Oh, he's bringing the raiders in for them as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
Not getting away with those summons. Blade Master very close to 5 after that. Super close now. Some more experience from Paladyn. The last big camp left on the map. Claws plus 9. What's the inventory on the Demon Hunter looking like? He can squeeze in some claws for sure. Transfer over one of those heal scrolls. Maybe to the Tinker. Okay, the armies are rebuilt. Switch back a tiny bit of food ahead, and it looks like he wants to come on the offensive. Paladyn has actually moved most of his trees forwards to assist in defense of his expansion here. Good shockwave to start things off. A couple dots. Looks like it did hit the building though, maybe limiting its damage a little bit. So looking up some of the damage cap. But he can kind of just afford to throw out those shockwaves, even if they're not super strong, because he's got that aura. Pipe of Insight. So by the shop again, is that another invul? Another heal scroll. Is now the time to fight? Don't think he's aware of the expansion over here yet. Checking for any war mill upgrades. No. A lot of food for Sw1tch back. After building this burrow, he's now got enough to go up to 90. I don't think we've ever seen it above 60 though, right? Curious why he built so many burrows in his main. Okay, well it looks like the Tinker's going to go in there, covert style,
under attack.
With the Invis potion. Plot down Pocket Factory. We do have a burrow for defense though. And here we go, the Orc Army finds the second Night Elf expansion, looking to take that down. There we go, nasty shockwave again. Blade Master is level 5, level 3 crit. He should be heading for some big numbers. Doesn't have a super stacked inventory and no Kodo aura, but he did nonetheless. Oh boy, okay. Staff in here. And the human, the Night Elf Tri-Hero rather, carrying out the expansion pretty quickly. Here comes the Orc Army though, looking to return the favour. Fairy Dragon's up in the air over the trees at the moment. The Raiders bashing through the buildings. Now going after the Tree of Eternity. Looks like he doesn't have pillage though. Oh no, he does have pillage. Gold come flooding in there. I wonder if it just completed teching. Should have checked that a bit earlier. Well, there we go. Expansion down for Paladyn. Splitting his heroes away from his army. Backfiring on him there. Let's see if he can win the fight after this. He needs to. So far the fight looking pretty good for him. Oh, that was a really good shockwave from the TC. TC just a pixel experience away from level 6 now.
Town is under siege.
Got the Dot's also getting very low on mana. Not going to be any cyclones shortly.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that TC is level 6 now, hammering away to go for the ultimate reincarnation. Blade Master, meanwhile, just chopping away at the dots without the cyclone. They're a little bit powerless. Now hits level 5. Good level up for him there. And Switchback having to disengage here. His army very, very low. At about 10 food ahead after that fight. Oh boy, even more ahead now. What's he doing? He's running back in with these raiders, just throwing them away. Oh boy, his expansion nearly down, but not quite down. He's only got 1 peon mining though.
Forces are under attack.
So his income's super, super low. I thought he might be mining full steam from over here, but no, not the case. Meanwhile, Paladyn going for another expansion. TC exploiting the fact he's got that ultimate locked and loaded. Playing very aggressively. But Paladyn in a good position. Got a lot of juice left in the Moonwells as well. Gonna head back in that direction now. If he can catch this expansion, Switchback's still in a reasonable position. Didn't repair up his expansion at all, trying to just mine with this peon instead of doing the repairs. Going to backfire on him here. He's starting the repairs now. Think he can out repair this damage. Only just. Peon's double timing the repairs now. There's a third peon. Meanwhile, the Orc hero is running around, not up to much.
A town is under
siege.
siege.
Speed scroll here, trying to run away. Corby switches over to the peons, taking down 2, maybe getting 3 here as Bloodlust has worn off. Paired it up enough though, so it's not going to go down immediately. Tinker coming in, but it looks like the Orc heroes didn't see that position. Pocket Factory could definitely kill this Great Hall. Especially with the Orc heroes running away instead of running towards the expansion. That's bad news for Sw1tch. Okay, he's going to try fight. No. He's up in the air. Cyclone active. Going with the surround. Blade Master very, very low. Down he goes. And Sw1tch finally throws in the towel. Well, I thought that move was going to backfire. You know, the fight initially going pretty well for Sw1tch while the heroes were away. But then maybe staying in the fight for too long. Maybe he just felt like he couldn't disengage cleanly without losing too much. But yeah, ultimately the fight going well for Paladyn once the heroes arrived. The Knight of Heroes were just really, really strong that game. High levels. Overwhelming. Even with the massively high level of upgrades on the Raiders, they just didn't stand up. Dots, you know, just full mana. Cyclone for days. GG. And lots of consumables too for Paladyn. Don't forget that. Anyway, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your... Oh, no, I don't do fan requests for Warcraft 3 Shoutcast. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.